Hi, this is Nikki, and this is part 2 of today's message. And so I pulled a Rumi oracle for today because I thought we need a bit of help. and this is from the Rumi oracle by Alana Fairchild. And again, if you follow my Instagram, then yesterday I posted up a picture of a lion's face within a sunflower. And so the sunflower has been a message before because the sunflower, and it was, sorry, within a dandelion, it was a dandelion, not a sunflower. And so the face was a lion and around it was the dandelion. And we've had a message before about the dandelion because when you make a wish on the dandelion, it's saying a promise. And the meaning of the dandelion is I promise that I make a sacred promise to you. And then it had a lion's face in the middle. So it was a double-edged, it was a two-thrown message saying, I promise I will have the courage to come back to you. And when I pulled this Rumi oracle this morning, just now when I was loading up the last video, it is the lion again and the deer and the number 22. Now 22 is the sign of the beloved and the sign of keeping the faith and hope, and the Star of David, divine union, the marriage of the divine feminine, divine masculine. And so it was so lovely. So I thought I'm going to share it because, again, crazy synchronistic to the updates that I made on Instagram yesterday. The lion is all about having courage. Lion spirit animal is always around, as is the deer, as is the cheetah has been around a lot as well. So it's all about paying attention to what animals are becoming to your awareness as well, and then Googling their animal symbology, because that's also very powerful to connect with the animal spirits to know how they're supporting you on your journey. The other thing is that I was just saying in the last video about energies that are coming in to try, if you're experiencing, like, people have been asking me about false twins and energies that are coming in to try and throw the union off guard. And so I haven't experienced false twin. I have experienced energies that are coming in, or people coming in to try and throw, to kind of mess with the energy. And so what I would recommend you do is use the violet flame multiple times a day whenever you feel it, and also use Archangel Michael to protect. So, and put yourself in an energetic bubble, which Archangel Michael protects. It contains the violet flame. It protects your union, and every day. And then you can also put like a mirror around it, so it deflects energies. So, and it's all about, realizing that you're an energy. And so the more that you put protection around it, the more you deflect any energy and you just stand in your light, then the more that you will just have faith and trust that those energies, or negative energies, or dark energies, whatever you want to say, will be deflected off and they can't impact you. But it is about doing it every day. It's like everything. Everything is every day. Every day it becomes a spiritual practice to just the way you live your life, right? So every morning, put the intent into the day to bring you to your highest and best path. Every day, protect your union. Every day, call on your angels and guides to help and support you on your journey. Every day, ask for Archangel Michael to protect your union, to cut away any cords that aren't supporting it. And the more that you do that, the more that you actually are very aware of the own protective shield that you have around you, and you become very aware of the energy bubble that you create with you and your twin, the more that you actually feel everything. So you become much more aware of the fact that you are an energy force, the two of you, creating a crystalline body, and the more power you feel, basically. And that only comes from doing it on a daily basis and really, really like tapping into the energy and really, oh, look at the card that I just pulled, right? Look at that. It was the High Priestess. So the more you become this, the more powerful you become to really protect your energy bubble. And look at that, the energy bubble that flows from your heart. And so that is my guidance to all those that are saying about false twins, about energies that aren't supporting you. The more that you put yourself into a bubble, live with intent, the more all of those energies will just fall away, because they can't stay attracted to you because they're the wrong vibe, right? So they just fall away. And then you ask for signs. So if you're worried about which one is your twin, you just ask for signs to give clear direction if you're confused around who your twin is. Because for sure, your real, the real twin will be all over it. Basically, the universe doesn't want you to start messing with that's just, the universe also will guide you. So, but the way you get to that is to, violet flame, energy bubble, intent, cleanse your energy bubble. So, and just as I said that, it was 69. So 69 and 22. 69 is divine union, divine feminine, divine masculine. Right, so now I'm going to read this Rumi oracle. And this morning's message was very much about self-love. Don't be critical about your journey. Don't be self-critical. Self-criticism is such a debilitating thing, and it's like worry. Worry is the most pointless waste of energy, as is self-criticism. So whenever you do that, you're losing your connection to the divine. And so that's when, like I said in the message this morning, as soon as you get into that state of self-criticizing, self-doubt, or fear, any of that, you just think, oh, hang on a minute, I've switched off my connection. And then go and walk, meditate, do anything. And then you're like, oh, okay, no, I've got it back again now. So this is 22, the lion and the deer. When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly toward heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burnt like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer. You are the lion and the deer. You are bold, fierce, and vibrant, and you are silent, sweet, and gentle. If I should come to you in arrogance, you roar at me until my falsehood quakes in fear. So terrified, it gives up the game, and love's conquest happens yet again. If I should come to you in surrendered adoration, open to whatever you may wish, you are so gentle with me. Like a deer, you offer me nothing to fear or resist, so that I too become sweet and gentle, longing to submit to your tender ministrations. So then, I do not fear my own errors, for even if I stumble into arrogance, I shall be made wiser by your magnificent roar and become humble. Even if I become weak, I shall draw succor, evoking the tenderness in you. Whatever is needed to keep me true to love, is what you give me. For you are the holy lion, proud and mighty, and the sweet deer, gentle as the mildest breezes of spring. So, this oracle brings you a special message. You are rediscovering a part of yourself that has been lost or submerged underneath more practical concerns. Of course, if practicality is about survival, then learning to be your true self is most essential and practical. All other paths lead to death of the soul. You are asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakened and cause you some discomfort at first, even though they will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how those talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. It may even be about who you are, if you now admit your talent or other emerging personality traits. Perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker, your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well then, you are the lion and the deer. That is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole. The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper most now if you are willing to become what you have believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed as far too limiting. It just won't feel true for you anymore if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings you shall be temporary fuel to ignite the divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all of your flavors, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance, so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish served as a divine feast. You shall become nourishment for the world in perfect balance. Oh my God, that was 11:11. And note the reading from today, it was all about balance. So it's about loving all of you. Your being will hold all, for it holds all within it. It will deny nothing and become a tonic to feed every taste, every appetite, every hunger, and every deficiency. What an extraordinary sublime meal you shall be, how your presence shall nourish the world. And it all begins with shedding the either and the or, and recognizing instead the all. With such well permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness and feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying, and exquisite. So now, say this out loud. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, bear witness to my declaration now. I honor the spiritual maturity within me that bestows upon my consciousness this sacred task. I have accepted the fundamental goodness of my being, and can now cast aside all notions held of myself and inquire into my wholeness. What nestles alongside this goodness? All, of course. I am unafraid. I honour my heart, and it is big enough to hold all my nature within its graceful light. I witness my darkness with compassion, and I become able to dance with all of my being, light and dark, in graceful acknowledgement of my divine wholeness. The gentle acceptance of all of me now brings me peace. This acceptance allows the divine to live fully through me as a vessel for the great mysterious plan unfolding upon the earth. With reverence, grace, and surrender, so be it. So, sit quietly for a few moments and gaze at the image upon the card on the video. Notice the colours, the interplay of light and dark that create the one beautiful image. This represents you. All light and all dark would have no art at all remaining, only extremes. It is the interplay of light and dark that enables the living art in progress, your soul, to come most fully to alive. Okay, well, I love this because it's such a beautiful message to say again for all of those that are going through really difficult times and being really self-critical is about loving all of that, right? And not to be self-critical, because actually, you know, if we didn't go through hard times, we wouldn't ever know what was good and what was bad. That's the whole point of having light and dark and the duality of life. But the big thing that you have to remember is if you go through shit, it's for a reason, because the other side of shit is really good. If you think if you plant a rose in manure, it's going to climb through shit to become a rose. So just think, you're not going to be in shit forever. You're going to come out smelling of roses. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.